Here is a case study of an auxiliary engine breakdown due to human error. During cargo operations, one of the running generator cylinder heads cracked, and so the ship staff decided to replace the cracked cylinder head after stopping the engine. And there was a spare cylinder head which was marked ready to use, and due to lack of time during cargo operations, the ship staff did not bother to check the cylinder head, the spare cylinder head, which was marked ready to use. Once they replaced the cylinder head with the spare one and they warmed up the engine with heating jacket water, they have assembled it, and then slowly they started the engine on no load and then loaded it up, and after some time there was a huge bang, and then there was an explosion, and in the generator room there was full of smoke, and the result was a series of pictures which you are going to see over here. You can see in this picture that there is a portion of valve which was broken, and it has damaged these area, the fuel injector pocket of the cylinder head over here. The broken valve and other parts have left the liner completely scored, which I have marked in this area. And some of the broken valve particles have been carried over into the charge air manifold, and you can see the particles lying all over the charge air manifold of a 4-stroke auxiliary generator engine. Due to the banging of valve body and valve particles over the piston, the unit got overloaded and the main bearing has resulted in a damage, which I have marked over here. As you can see in this picture, it is evident that all the valves, the spindle has been bent completely, both inlet and exhaust valves. And the valve particles and other broken components of the engine has been carried over into the exhaust manifold, which has damaged the turbine blades, you can see here, and the nozzle rings have also bent. There's an evident hole on the piston crown due to the banging of valve body or valve particle on the piston inside the combustion chamber. Here is other view of cylinder liner from top after removal of the damaged piston. And this was the spare cylinder head, which was marked OK, and every component has been marked OK, but you can see that the valve spindle or the valve guide over here sheared off completely due to improper assembly. You can very well clearly see the broken and damaged valve over here, and there is a lot of improper combustion due to the carbon particles accumulated in these areas, so which means the fuel injector is also not set properly. And here is other view of the piston crown damaged due to broken valve. And can you figure out the reason for this? It's because human error. But how and what exactly happened? The previous engineer who was on board, who has overhauled this spare cylinder head, did not bother to check the fuel injector lifting pressure properly, and it was set at very low pressure so that the fuel injection pattern was not proper. That resulted in accumulation of carbon particles over the cylinder head, and he did not assemble the valve guides and valve spindles, valve rotators and the springs properly. It was left loose, and the ship staff did not have sufficient time to check each and every component of the cylinder head and then put it on the engine. So as a result, there was a bang and the generator cylinder and that unit break down. Now when you go on board, if somebody else have overhauled any component, maybe small or big, whatever major, please take time to ensure you open up everything, check and then assemble back. We completely understand that there will be a lot of commercial pressures to complete the job faster, but the machinery safety takes priority over this.